This is the PNGTV Live News. Good afternoon. Police in New Ireland Province have arrested and charged 3 suspects for the murder and rape of a 6-year-old girl earlier this month. The victim was found dead on the 7th of August along Cop in Kavieng town. The 3 men have been charged with willful murder and sexual penetration and are now awaiting court hearing. This follows almost 2 weeks of investigation into the case. Provincial Police Commander for New Ireland Province, John Meady, informed PNGTV Live this morning that the victim was going to turn 7 in November this year. The abuse of homebrew and illegal drugs remain an issue for New Ireland Province. Parliament resumes at 10 a.m. tomorrow in what will be PNG's 10th parliamentary sitting. High on the agenda is government's intention to introduce a supplementary budget given the country's current economic challenges. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill told a business community breakfast recently that the economy is expected to grow at 3% this year, and this can only be maintained through careful and sensible management. The supplementary budget, he says, will ease financial pressures with no new taxes. Further to this, new members with government ministerial portfolios will for the first time answer questions in relation to issues and concerns regarding their departments, one of which includes law and order concerns in the Highlands region during the recent 2017 national general election and outstanding investigations promised by government in the last election. PNGTV Live will bring you updates on tomorrow's sitting during our news bulletins at 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 and 9 at night. What started off as an afternoon of games for children at Hanuabada quickly turned disastrous by the end of a shocking Saturday afternoon. PNGTV Live News was on location by 4 p.m. on Saturday, just in time to witness a shaken village caught by surprise by raging fires that inundated 15 homes, leaving more than 200 people homeless. Mareva Reva, the owner of the house where the fire started, described what happened on Saturday afternoon.
As soon as I came out from the toilet, the house was full of smoke. And I started to call out, and at the same time too, from the outside, ladies were calling, the house is on fire. So all the boys entered the house, but there was no water in the house. So they were trying to help, but they couldn't do much of it.
Rushing to the scene were police, firefighters and the St. John ambulance, but there was little to nothing that they could do to stop the mad-rushing flames, which created a cloud cover over the Motukoitabu village. Florida Gulaseni, PNGTV Live.
Meanwhile, there has been an outpouring of messages of support and donations for the people of Hanuabada affected by Saturday's fire. 200 people lost all they owned when their homes were quickly engulfed in raging flames. Rocky Iso caught up with these families yesterday and filed this report.
The fires left more than 100 people without a roof over their heads, but the response from nearby communities and concerned citizens has been overwhelming. The fires destroyed 15 houses belonging to the Gunina and Hetua clans of Porabara Hanuabada. When PNGTV Live visited the scene this morning, a sense of hope was in the air following what will be remembered as Black Saturday. Affected families were able to have tents for the night and food donated from concerned citizens and relatives. For one victim, the pain was unbearable as she describes what also went down with the house.
It's my Bible. I used it in the morning and I knew where it was, but somehow I was in a shock and I did not run back to get it. That's the very thing that I'm crying about. I didn't get my Bible.
And the memories that you have from this house?
All my history. Thank you. All the places that I've gone to, even my family history handed down from my father, everything went up in the flames.
For now, community spirit, food and shelter will go a long way for many who are affected.
I'm lost for words. I cannot describe how I feel because it's just too much. You see, whatever I brought here today is on behalf of the women and girls of the West Motukoita Assembly electorate. Although whatever money there is, the value of what I brought this morning is not enough to cater for the many families that have lost everything. Most of what they have collected over the years, especially the building itself, the structures themselves, will be hard to replace, and these are memories.
Even leaders have come forward to help as well.
Actually, I had a call from Minister for Lands, Powers, and also Powers as well, Governor, that they will be here today as well, just talking to the families that were affected to see what they can do to help going forward. So, yeah.
Following the devastation of the fire yesterday, more than 230 individuals are displaced. 15 homes have been burnt down. But what's overwhelming here at Poraporana Hanobara is that the people of Hetoa and Gunina are resilient. And just like the ashes, they will rise again once again.
Better planning towards effective service delivery is the way forward for the Department of Community Development, Youth and Religion. That's the focus of the incoming Minister Soroi Eoe when officially taking office recently.
Order 10, Parliament has not seen any women leaders. That's what support was said earlier. And that doesn't mean that women cannot be leaders. In fact, I'm humbled to be given this portfolio that has been held by more women than men over the past years. And achievements the former minister has just mentioned speaks volumes of the amount of work that she had put in achieving that.
He thanked outgoing Minister Delilah Gore for her achievements as minister responsible for the department.
However, also work remains in the area of women leadership and economic empowerment. Cultural norms, discrimination, stereotype attitude remain our biggest challenge in changing the mindsets of our people to opportunities for women and the girls can be provided to encourage more women participation, not only in leadership roles, but also in the business, science, industry. When we empower women, we empower the nation.
Minister Eoe urged development partners, donors, NGOs, churches and the private sector to work together. And in sport, the Hohola Flies have qualified for the preliminary finals after defeating third place Hanuabada Hawks 12-10 in a close match. Rocky Iso with this report.
A heated exchange between both form teams in the first half. Hanuabada Hawks' prolific try scorer Toa Josiah bagging a double. The breather at half-time was what the Flies looked forward to, and in the second half, the Flies dominated. Jeffrey Roy making an impact as he bulldozed his way over from dummy half to open the score. From that point, it was all Hohola Flies. Coach Michael Joe Eka, proud of his team.
But do you confident in the trust let them build him this far.
Coach Eka says his team needs to work on areas of their game.
We'll work on our defense. Side attack and maybe not attack good, so we'll improve from there a little bit. Side defense, due to some missed calls and drop balls, this like I'm going to try and polish him up a little bit. Or better than Blatu, maybe not apply him good, so I'm going to try and polish him league. By semi-final, I think Bambla look right league.
The Hall of Flies are looking to go back-to-back and thank the suburban players coming through the ranks and boosting their stock. Rocky Iso, PNGTV Live.
The champion PNG Mosquitoes side returned to Port Moresby yesterday after winning the AFL International Cup in Melbourne over the weekend. New Zealand were dealt a heartbreaking one-point defeat by Papua New Guinea in the final of the AFL International Cup. The Hawks, as the Kiwi side are known, went down 28-27 in a thrilling decider at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which again allowed the PNG Mosquitoes to lay claim to being the best international men's team outside of Australia. And while Port Moresby's sporting facilities are occupied by rugby league competitions and other more dominant sports, minor sport have been forced to delay weekly training for athletes. One of these is athletics, including track and field. Due to the Digicel Cup finals being played on 30th September at the Sir John Guy Stadium, the Southern Regional Athletics Championships will now be held from September 23rd to the 24th. And that's the news and sports this hour on PNGTV Live. Join us again at 5 p.m. for more. Good afternoon.